Hey, Nicole Huntsman, your astrologer from moderncosmic.com. We're going to talk about relationship that has an Aquarius or 11th house South Node. Mainly, when I'm talking about the house placement, really look at the zodiac sign first. That's the primary sort of descriptor of that South Node, but then house placement's kind of secondary. It's like, auxiliary. Okay, 11th house / Aquarius. Aquarius, this is the theme. The key theme is going to be your freak flag. We all have a freak flag, and it's about waving it. Now, with this South Node, what's very interesting, I actually recently have read for 3 different gay couples, and they've all had their South Node in Aquarius. And this tells us that in a past life, there was something about the way that they lived their life that was nonconformist. And I, in my mind, wouldn't be surprised if in that life they also had themes of either homosexuality or something where their romantic relationship didn't fit into the cultural norms for whatever reason. And so there is this coming up against conformity versus nonconformity. And in this life, they're brought forward remembering that they were different, they were unique, they were outsiders. And there's a sense, there's the nodes of the moon. And so there's like a sense of not belonging in their life. And in this life, now in this modern, more evolved time that we're in, I suppose, hopefully, they're able to live their life in a way that's authentic. So it's a Leo North Node. Leo has to be true to oneself. Leo is the ego. And so they're able to bring forward those memories, in a sense, I suppose, of sort of not fitting in, and now they have the opportunity to fit in. The issue you do have is they still remember that there was something about them that was not normal. I hate that word, but that they were not conforming with society, and that perhaps left them feeling like outcasts in a past life. I actually read for another couple where we came up with past life had very strong themes of sexuality and bondage, and also Aquarian themes, and more than one lover. And so anyway, looked like and also this kind of business relationship. So to me, it looked very much like a prostitute and her John, or her, but it was in a foreign place, foreign from here. So we just went with the geisha theme because, why not? But their love wasn't able to be expressed in their everyday life. They had this relationship that was like a business relationship, but they weren't an actual couple. They were lovers, but not a married couple. And in this life, they've come together and they're married, and they've had this very long, wonderful, happy marriage. And what I love about it is what they're saying to me was that it was like nobody could understand how they were happy with each other for this many years. And like they were kind of odd, they're still oddballs, they're still like bucking the trends. And rather than, most people marriage after so many years, they're like, oh my gosh, get me out of here, and they're just very affectionate and loving, and it's quite lovely to see. So says the Libra North Node, right? Okay, so there could be, in my mind, you come from this past life where you couldn't be true to who you were because of society's rules. So in this life with the Leo North Node, it's like you kind of are like, well, I have to be true to myself. Remember, Leo is the inner child, and children are authentic. Kids don't realize yet the things that adults realize. And so children are very open with who they are. They're very accepting of other people. And so in this life, this gives them the opportunity to bring forward that desire to be themselves, fly their freak flag, but also give other people the opportunity to fly your freak flag. I've seen this also with individuals and couples who are humanitarians. They're doing something with their life where they're a little bit of a pot stirrer. They're shaking up the current sort of status quo, and making a difference in the world around them. So one thing that can be a little bit negative and tough with this one, what I've been talking about so far, even this concern, they can be a little overly concerned with what people in the culture around them or community are thinking about their relationship. So that can be an issue if they haven't worked through it yet. But also there can be an issue of detachment, or an issue of South Node in Aquarius is all about kind of the community you're involved in. And sometimes the coupling itself gets a little bit neglected emotionally. It's like you're so focused on fighting the world around you or making your relationship work in the world around you that the relationship itself doesn't really get the chance to breathe and just emotionally be this sort of source of comfort. It's just an Aquarian thing. And with Leo North Node, you could have the issue of almost like each partner having a really high need for ego expression outside of the coupling, the relationships. So that could be an issue. Now, key themes to bring forward. First of all, that it's safe and it's okay to be unique. That's why you guys are here. You're here to say, to be examples to other people, that to be true to yourself. Many times you'll see in these couplings, either they'll have no marriage, or it'll be like an open marriage, or it will be maybe they have two separate households, but they're still, a couple. They're still in relationship with one another, but it's got to be a little bit unique. Leo's the performer, so remember the inner child. Together, the two of you should be enjoying play. So singing, dancing, performing together. If you guys are artistic at all, doing art projects together, traveling together, just enjoying life. Being in the fifth house, that's the Leo house. It is all about pleasure, pleasure and self-expression and the way that a child enjoys just playing. If they're bored, they just go play. They go find something to do. So doing that together as a couple, it's very romantic as well. And it's also, Leo is a fire sign, and it is one that's passionate and sexual and all those good things. So enjoy it, I suppose. You can have issues, by the way, with especially 11th house placement for the South Node, that in the past life you could have simply been friends. You could have in the past life been lovers, but not necessarily in an orthodox relationship. So perhaps you may be bringing that forward in this life. And see, Leo requires loyalty and devotion. So there could be issues and themes of are we together? Are we not? Like, what's like defining the relationship could be at times a little bit tricky for this Leo North Node. So there could be some insecurity still left over from that past, remembering that we didn't fit in, and maybe we shouldn't try to fit in this life, or are we supposed to try to fit in? Like, what are you supposed to do with this? So those will be themes you'll bump up against. Okay, hope that made sense. If you've got this Aquarius or 11th house South Node, leave us a little note. Let us know how it's been for you. And have a great day. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.